on straight to our next discussion, which is something that is imminent come November, the Igbo Global Icon Awards. And today we're going to be taking it from the angle of reshaping the mindset of our younger generation. Joining us now in the studio is Prof. Charles Ogbulogo, as well as Ambassador Nnabueze Louis. Prof. Charles is the Vice Chancellor of Maduka University, Enugu, while Prof. Ambassador Louis is the Chairman, Board of Directors, Igbo Global Icon Awards. It's so exciting. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Welcome. Good morning to you especially.
Good morning, Prof, as well. Thank you for coming. And I'm sure this is a great endorsement of the Igbo Global Icon Award. So let's start with you, Prof. It's a pleasure to have you. This is a big welcome to the Afia TV family. So I would like to gain your first input on discussions around the Igbo Global Icon Awards. How do you feel about this and how does it resonate, shall we say, with academia in the state?
Interestingly, the idea of getting an award is a global perspective because it talks about those who have championed some causes being recognized. But I must caution, that's what Mike Tuashimodo wrote in his book, What is Wrong in Being Black. He said, while we celebrate our heritage, we must also confront our challenges. And I think those who are going ahead to confront our challenges will deserve some honor. In that respect, I say it's a big welcome development to me.
That puts it in perspective. So what does it mean to you as the Vice Chancellor of Maduka University? How does this resonate with you personally alongside your institution?
Interestingly, our institution has come at a time we need a sense of transformation. The story has been terrible around everywhere in Nigeria, that things are not sitting very squarely on where they should sit. And we have come in as a university to attempt to reverse that kind of trend. And which is why we came with a potpourri of events and activities to change the mindset of students. So once they graduate, we intend to make sure they are entrepreneurs in themselves. We want to ensure that they also leaders in themselves. So the two things that are lacking in the contemporary world, the spirit of entrepreneurship and the sense of leadership.
Okay.
All right.
So let me come to you, right? So reshaping the mindsets of our younger generation. So I want to have a conversation towards what mindset are we reshaping right now? Where are we coming from? Where are we heading to regarding this theme?
Well, over the years, we have been battling the mindset of our youth. Coming out from, even those that are in the university, traveling to another city to look for how to get into, sharp ways of making money, in quotes, internet stuff. As a university undergraduate and also a graduate. This wasn't happening back in the days when we have a good morale coming out from the families, when we have skill, when we have a lot of things that people key onto to learn trade and to learn all kinds of things to make them a better person in life. Take, for instance, Maduka, Chief Sam Maduka, as a case study. We all know when he started his journey. Some knew him when he started with transportation. Today, he's into over 25 functional, multi-million naira businesses. Now, that thing did not just happen in a day. It took time, it took years. And this time and these years is what our current youth doesn't have. They don't have that patience. They don't have it at all. So that is why we have created this Igbo Global Icon Awards, where we will celebrate those that have done a lot in the society and those who have achieved enough, so that the younger ones will look up to them and aspire to be like this person. And know that it takes time and patience to attain to that level. It doesn't just happen in a day. Sorry to say that me, I'm a movie maker by profession. We created a lot of notions. Yeah, I know my fellow movie makers will attack me, but I don't care. I have to say the truth. I was saying it even when I had a shop in Onitsha, in the electronics market those days. We should look into the kind of stories that we put out there. We don't just bring a pen and a book and write a story that Okeke left the village, entered Lagos. The next thing he's coming back with vehicle. Without explanation of how that vehicle and the money he will be flaunting in the village came from. Now, this triggered a lot of things in the mindset of our youth. Today, we are battling both those that are doing, they call it Yahoo, they now added Yahoo Plus.
Okite.
Okite. Let's mention it. We shouldn't be afraid to mention it. We need to mention it so that they will know that we are looking at them and want them to change. So it started way back from the kind of stories we put out there as a movie maker. It's now transformed this mindset of the young ones that they can make money faster and easily without going through process.
Okay, I want to ask this question, this silent question, because I always chip this in whenever this conversation comes to on the front burner, right?
Okay.
The yesteryears, what they were used to, what they were consuming, and what the people of today are consuming. You know what the digital media did to all of us, right?
Yeah.
How would this even propel? I often say that there are no more role models because young people make their role models those people they see online or those celebrities that happen and all that stuff, right? So how would this even propel the change? Knowing fully well that there's a battle, which is the digital media that they have access to, which at the yesteryears we didn't have access to consume some of all this information, right?
Now, those people that have made it in life through normal process, genuine line of process, 80%, okay, let me say 50% of them, they are not into internet. They don't even want to be socialized. Now, we are bringing this platform on the table. I want to drag them to the table and say, Daddy, Mama, please, we need you to be here. Let our youth, let our younger generation look at your achievements, look at you and see how you got there, read about you, study you as a book, and aspire to be who you are. Do you understand? Thereby, we are changing those that are currently on the internet space, the digital space, those that cannot explain where their words come from. We are removing them easily by bringing the archives, the icons, who have made it in various special ways of life and profession. We are bringing them to the internet space right now. Through this Igbo Global Icon Award, we are bringing them to the table of every youth through this Global Igbo Icon Award, so that people will look at them. People like Bishop Okonkwo in Lagos. Do you understand? He's the owner of Orange Drugs and other Delta Soap and other many brands. He has a lot of brands under him. Why can't we emulate such people? Why can't we call our youth to emulate such people?
Let's take it back now to you, Prof. You are the Vice Chancellor of an institution, a tertiary institution,
Yes.
and we're talking about shaping the minds of the younger generation. What role is Maduka University playing in that process? Especially because if you want to be eligible for the Igbo Global Icon Awards, you have to have that mindset from a young age. You can't just show up from Lagos in a big car and be eligible for the award. What's the role of the university in accomplishing this?
Interestingly, the Igbo man has been minimized unusually. We've been pigeonholed just to be a small group of traders who are not businessmen. We have been presented to be very atomistic in nature, in our existence. We have been asked to be pursuing money, not real wealth. We have actually walked into a very simple conundrum of miniature changes without looking for wholesome transformations. So in our university, we have a mantra, Maduka University, the place for the transformation is sake. And how do we generate that kind of transformation? The kind of courses we have, we call them custom-built courses in the university, including leadership, including life skills, including critical thinking, including leadership thinking. We have about 32 units that students must take. These are the things that will make us unique. And they go to tie into our motto of talking about skills, knowledge, service, and self-reliance. So we make a promise that when students come to us, they come in raw with their antecedents, but we build them up to become men of valor, women of valor. And which is why we're going to be confronting the several calamities that have actually held the woman. One of them is Agụ, the rapid chase for money without a source. And the other, which is going to be very terrible, is what they call the Dibu syndrome, where women no longer think it's something of worth to have marriages. We also think about another opportunity where people are saying the Igbo man has a very perceptual view of business. Anywhere you are, you must be seen. And one will call it Ogbulogo syndrome. Anywhere we are very loud, we're very visible. So by the time we teach the ingredients of life, of course, as a university, we know they have skills of computer science, they have skills of English, have skills of history, the basic courses we study. We are emphasizing the soft skills of life that can make life more meaningful. And that's the whole essence of Maduka University.
What kind of people do you think should be eligible to even go for the Igbo Global Icon Awards? What kind of people do you think should be recognized?
Well, an icon award is already specific. To be an icon means to be a representative of a type. It's not just anybody who qualifies, just like in our university, where we give honorary degrees. It's not a type we have general now, everybody can come and buy it. By the time we mature as a university to dispense such kind of degrees, the people must go through a lot of crucibles to be able to qualify to be selected. So the Icon Award, I think, from the perspective of my interaction with Ambassador, appears to be that we are going back to the basics to understand that he who desires an award must be he who has been proven to be right.
That's right. How would Maduka University be supporting the Igbo Global Icon Awards?
Well, we are a university. In the past, we have already taken part.
Yeah.
Our Chancellor had already received the award earlier, but as a new rapprochement for him to think about another. So we've always been a part of a system that makes things work, and we believe in hard work, which is why each time we talk to our students, we say the 100% is not enough for us. We are going for 120% to their standing. And if that is an issue, if we're going to be having an opportunity to be on the board making decisions on who will take or who will not take, that will infuse our own kind of credentials. And that will be a very big bouquet of expertise to ensure that life is exciting.
All right.
Okay, there's a statement you made that I would want you to break down. You said that
Okay.
the Igbo man chases riches and not wealth.
No, he's been primed to appear to be chasing money, not wealth.
No, not wealth.
Which is why everywhere you go, they say we are tradesmen, we are not businessmen. Wealth is different from money. Money has a philosophy.
So Igbo man is known to be a trader and not
Yes.
a businessman.
Yes. A businessman goes transnational in purity, in excellence. But a trader has a sense by the way, just by the side. It's a roadside kind of arrangement, just some chattels. And I think in the previous times, we're beyond that. As a matter of fact, the wealthiest man in Nigeria at the time, Salu Ogbulogo, was an Igbo man. When the Queen of England came, there was nobody who could provide a vehicle fitting enough for the Queen. It was his own vehicle. Then the Kokanso group in the north, who eventually became a clan, an Igbo man, Okonkwo sons. So what has happened to all of us? It appears to have been so terribly minimized, and it's within the within the circumscribed perspective of make it now. Anything that is made now does not last. So as a university, we have come to cool down the mind of the young people. Say, hey, from your own little perspective, keep on adding value until you achieve success. Success is not magical.
All right, that's fantastic. Now, Ambassador Louis, let's come back to you. Some people are getting interested in this, obviously. The conversation has been so insightful, so engaging, and so deep. But I want you to put in perspective the Igbo Global Icon Awards. Walk us through what it is yet again, for those who may be joining this kind of program for the first time, how people can be part of it, either as awardees or attendees. I mean, they want to be the latter, but how they can engage with the Igbo Global Icon Awards, how much support the awards is getting from the government, and just give us some progress reports. Has a date been fixed in November yet?
Okay. Yeah, so over the weekend, 2 weeks ago, we are at the Commissioner of Tourism, Culture and Tourism, the person of Honorable Ugochi Madueke. And fully, government is behind us right now as I speak. And also, I want to mention MTN. MTN is also fully behind us. And the thing is getting bigger. We are also receiving other accolades and other partnership from other big brands that I wouldn't even expect that they will arrive. They are now arriving because the name Igbo Global Icon Award spells a lot.
That's right.
It involves people both outside Nigeria and within Nigeria. No matter your class, no matter who you are, you will be accommodated because there are Igbos who are original Igbo descendants. Okay, I know of one general in New York. He is the chairman of sewage control in New York. And he went to National Grammar School.
Okay.
Those are the kind of people we are looking at. Those are the kind of people who want to bring down to Nigeria, to Enugu State, to Igbo land and celebrate them. And they will pass on to the knowledge that they have to the young ones and tell them that it takes time to achieve this. It's not a magic. Because we see a lot of people spreading money and doing all kinds of things. Unexplainably, they have wealth. So we want to bring back the notion and return us back to where we should be, that making money, making wealth should be something that is gradual process, so that you'll be there and be there for life. For instance, Ekene Ichuku Transport Motors. I don't know if you know Ekene Ichuku.
Yes.
At a time, Ekene Ichuku knocked off aviation industry in the whole Southeast, because I was using them as well to go to Lagos those days, and their services were top notch. Those are the kind of people, and they can go from transportation diverse to other things, including farming and all the rest. Ichuku came up. We have a lot of them. What happened to all those things? So we want to bring back that notion and that idea of inculcating in our people and our younger generations that we should be at the right spot at the right time.
Has the date been fixed yet? Come November.
We are looking at 23rd, but it will be officially made by next month.
So we should not announce that as the official date yet. All right, we're already out of time, but we thank you so much for being here today. We wish you great success. The engagement will continue, and we'll continue to follow this. Afia TV, of course, will be on ground in full force on that day to bring all the coverage for our viewers. Thank you once again for joining the show. Thank you, Prof. And thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Yes, and we hope for more collaboration with Maduka University.
Please, we're
open to that.
Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk.
Thank you.
All right, the morning show returns in just seconds. As we break down the aviation industry, lots of people have been asking questions. What does it mean for Enugu Air to be operated by XE Jets? What exactly does it mean that NCAA has given that approval for domestic flights? We'll find out all of that from an aviation expert in just seconds. Stay tuned.